The world is noisy. Everyone talks about success, happiness, and motivation, but few truly understand what it means to be strong from within. You found this video for a reason, not by accident, but because deep down, you're ready to grow stronger, not just in body, but in mind. This is not just another self-help talk. It's a mirror, showing you what truly makes people unshakable when life gets hard. So, before you scroll away, take a deep breath. What you'll hear today might change the way you see your challenges forever. Dear inspiring souls, welcome to another powerful journey where we unlock the hidden treasures of the human mind. Today, we are diving into something every one of us needs in life: mental strength. You see, being mentally strong doesn't mean you never feel pain, sadness, or fear. It simply means you rise again, no matter how many times life pushes you down. It's about learning how to manage emotions, keep calm under pressure, and walk through storms with quiet confidence. Many people think physical power is enough, but without mental resilience, strength fades quickly, like a fire without air. The truth is, your mind is your greatest weapon. It can either be your best friend or your toughest enemy. Life will test you through failures, betrayals, disappointments, and heartbreak. But what defines you is not what happens, it's how you respond. Some people break down, others build themselves stronger, brick by brick, moment by moment. The secret of becoming mentally strong lies in self-control, self-belief, and the ability to transform struggles into stepping stones. And that's what we'll uncover today. 7 powerful steps to help you train your mind, boost confidence, and stay grounded through any storm. Each step is simple, practical, something you can start doing today. So, if you're ready to toughen your mind and awaken your inner strength, let's begin this journey of self-discovery together. Point 1. Train your mind to stay calm in chaos. Life is never a smooth road. It's full of noise, sudden storms, and moments that shake your peace. We often think strength means carrying heavy burdens or fighting tough battles. But true strength is proven in chaos. When everything around you is falling apart. Picture this. You're stuck in traffic. Horns blaring, people shouting, phones ringing, yet, somehow, you remain calm. That's mental mastery. Because in chaos, the loudest person isn't the strongest, the calmest one is. Calmness doesn't mean ignoring problems. It means refusing to be controlled by them. You can feel pain, but you don't drown in it. You can see trouble, but you don't lose balance. That calmness, quiet, powerful, and focused, is strength in its purest form. Think about the mother calming her crying baby while everything around her is a mess. The firefighter rushing through flames, heart pounding but mind steady. The leader speaking peace in a room full of fear. They're not born special. They train their minds to stay centered. And you can too. Calmness is not a gift. It's a habit you can build. The first step is awareness. When your heart races or your thoughts scatter, pause and remind yourself, this is chaos, but I control my response. That simple thought brings you back into balance. The second step is breathing. People underestimate breath, yet it's your strongest anchor. When you breathe deeply and slowly, your brain gets the signal. You are safe, your body relaxes, and your clarity returns. The third step is perspective. Ask yourself, will this matter a year from now? Often, the chaos is temporary, but your reaction can leave lasting damage. Another secret is detachment. You don't have to respond to everything. Not every insult deserves a reply. Not every problem needs your panic. Detachment isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's knowing where your energy belongs and where silence is more powerful. For example, say you're at work and someone criticizes you in front of others. The usual instinct is to react. But a strong mind listens calmly, filters truth from noise, and moves on. That calm response not only protects your peace, but also earns respect. Chaos will come, unexpected bills, arguments, failures, global crises. You can't control life, but you can control your reaction. And that choice defines your power. A calm mind solves faster. A restless one only makes storms worse. So, train yourself daily, start small. When you're stuck in traffic, breathe instead of complaining. When someone yells, don't shout back. Pause, think, choose calm. When life overwhelms you, remind yourself, storms are temporary, but your peace is forever. Mental strength isn't loud, aggressive, or proud. It's quiet, steady, unbreakable self-control. The world will always test you, but your calm response will set you apart. Remember, anyone can stay calm in silence. The truly strong stay calm in chaos. That's the secret that makes you mentally unshakable. And it's just the beginning. Point 2. Detach yourself from people's approval. Most people spend their lives chasing approval from friends, family, coworkers, even strangers online. They let opinions decide their choices. One word of praise lifts them up. One criticism breaks them down. But constantly chasing approval is like walking on a bridge that shakes with every step. You'll never find stability. Mental strength begins when you realize you can't control others' thoughts. And you don't need to. Your worth is not a reflection of someone's opinion. It's defined by your values, your choices, and your growth. Being mentally strong means living by your principles, not the crowd's expectations. When you detach from approval, you gain freedom, the freedom to act, dream, and decide without fear. This doesn't mean being rude or selfish. It means respecting yourself enough to trust your judgment. Think about how much energy people waste trying to please everyone. They say yes when they want to say no. They follow trends they don't believe in. They smile while dying inside. That's not kindness. It's self-abandonment. A strong mind chooses authenticity over approval. Even if it brings criticism, it brings peace. Over time, people respect honesty more than compliance. Rejection then loses its power, because rejection doesn't define you, it only redirects you. Next time you worry about what others think, ask, does their opinion help me grow? If not, let it go. Start small. Make one decision today purely for yourself, without asking anyone's validation. Stop measuring worth by likes or comments. Your value isn't digital, it's in who you're becoming. Detach from the noise, and you'll find something far more powerful: inner peace. When you live for approval, you lose yourself. When you live for growth, you find strength. And that is how mental freedom begins. Point 3. Embrace solitude and silence. In today's world, silence feels strange. People fill every quiet moment with noise, screens, or endless scrolling. But stillness is where the strongest minds are born. Solitude isn't loneliness. It's the space where you hear your own voice again, away from distractions and expectations. When you sit in silence, your thoughts slow down. You start to notice what really matters and what doesn't. Mentally strong people use solitude as a mirror. They reflect, reset, and reconnect with their true purpose. Without silence, your mind becomes cluttered. You react instead of reflect, rush instead of think. But in quiet moments, you gain perspective. You see patterns, recognize mistakes, and discover calm solutions. Silence is where your inner strength grows roots. Think of it like recharging your mind. Just as a phone needs to unplug to regain power, you need silence to restore focus. Solitude also builds independence. When you can enjoy your own company, No one can control your happiness. You stop depending on others for peace and begin creating it yourself. This is emotional maturity, not escaping people, but understanding you don't need constant noise to feel alive. Silence is also a teacher. It shows you your triggers, fears, and emotions that are buried under daily chaos. When you face them without distraction, you grow, Ray. In those moments, you realize peace isn't found outside. It's created within. Even 5 minutes of stillness a day can transform your mind. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and let thoughts pass like clouds. No judgment, no rush, just awareness. That awareness becomes wisdom. It helps you respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. And the more you practice silence, the calmer and clearer you become. You start to understand people better, make wiser decisions, and stop wasting energy on negativity. Great thinkers, artists, and leaders all knew this secret. Silence creates space for inspiration. Solitude gives birth to ideas, solutions, and strength that constant noise destroys. So, don't fear quiet, embrace it. Let it become your sanctuary, your daily reset button, because when you master silence, you master yourself. Point 4. Set mental boundaries and protect your energy. In a world that never stops demanding your attention, protecting your mind is no longer optional. It's survival. People, social media, and even work can drain your energy without you realizing it. If you don't set limits, you'll give your peace away one piece at a time. Mentally strong people know their energy is precious. They choose carefully where to invest it. Setting boundaries doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you care about yourself, too. It's saying, my peace matters. My focus matters. The first step is awareness. Notice what drains you. Certain conversations, habits, or people might always leave you feeling tired or anxious. Once you identify them, limit your exposure. You don't have to cut people off. Just manage your space wisely. The second step is learning to say no. It's one of the hardest skills, but also the most powerful. Saying no doesn't make you rude. It makes you real. Every yes to something meaningless is a no to something important. Mentally strong people protect their focus like a treasure. They know overcommitment leads to burnout and confusion. They also protect their emotions. Not every argument deserves your energy. Not every problem is yours to fix. When others are angry, dramatic, or negative, observe instead of absorbing. Respond calmly or simply walk away. That's strength, not avoidance. Think of emotional boundaries as a shield, invisible but powerful. It guards you from draining energies and helps you stay grounded no matter what happens around you. In relationships, boundaries build respect. People understand where you stand and how far they can go. Healthy boundaries attract healthy connections. Toxic ones fade away on their own because they can't survive where self-respect exists. In today's digital world, protecting energy also means managing your attention online. Constant scrolling, notifications, and news create hidden stress. Strong minds take digital breaks. They choose when to connect and when to disconnect. You can't pour from an empty mind. You must refill it. Protecting time is another form of mental strength. Every hour wasted on distractions is energy lost for growth. Mentally strong people plan their days with purpose, time for work, rest, and learning. That balance keeps them focused and peaceful. Remember, boundaries aren't walls, they're filters. They let peace in and keep chaos out. So, don't feel guilty for protecting your space. That's how mental resilience begins. Self-respect says, my peace is worth protecting. Boundaries are not selfish, they're sacred. Point 5. Choose long-term peace over short-term pleasure. Modern life teaches us to chase quick happiness, fast food, fast entertainment, fast approval, but real strength is found in patience. Mentally strong people understand the danger of short-term pleasure. They know instant satisfaction often brings long-term regret. Choosing peace over pleasure means thinking ahead. Ask yourself, will this bring me calm tomorrow or chaos? Arguing may feel good now, but creates guilt later. Spending recklessly feels exciting but leads to stress. True power is in pausing, choosing growth instead of gratification. It's in waking up early when you want to sleep in saving when you want to spend, in studying when you'd rather scroll. Each small choice builds your future mind. Discipline is the foundation of mental peace. Every time you say no to temptation, you say yes to your strength. Patience is another secret weapon. Success, love, healing, all take time. Those who rush lose balance. Those who wait build stability. The strongest minds play the long game. They don't chase trends. They build legacies. They don't react to emotions. They respond with wisdom. In relationships, this principle matters too. Sometimes, long-term peace means walking away from drama, even when it hurts. It's refusing to fight every battle or prove every point. It's choosing silence over shouting, understanding over ego. In finances, it means saving when others spend. In health, it means moving your body, eating right, even when motivation fades. Because every wise choice today creates peace tomorrow. Mentally strong people think beyond the moment. They sacrifice small comfort for lasting calm. Over time, they build a life that feels steady, not chaotic. That's true success, not pleasure, but peace. Peace that lasts through storms, silence, and change. Peace that no one can take away. Point 6. Be adaptable, not rigid. Life doesn't always follow your plan. One moment, everything feels clear. The next, it changes without warning. That's when mental flexibility becomes your greatest strength. Many people struggle because they resist change. They want control over everything: how people act, how events unfold, how outcomes appear. But life doesn't bend to control. It bends to adaptability. Mentally strong people understand that rigidity causes suffering. They bend without breaking, adjust without losing themselves, and flow with life while staying grounded. When something unexpected happens, instead of panicking, pause and ask yourself, what can I do now? How can I adjust? That question shifts your focus from the problem to the solution, and that's where power lives. Adaptability isn't weakness, it's intelligence in motion. Think about water. It takes the shape of anything it touches, yet it remains powerful enough to carve through mountains. That's mental strength. When life pushes you into discomfort, you can either resist and break or adapt and grow stronger. Flexible thinking helps you survive storms and find clarity in chaos. Rigid people argue with reality. They complain when plans change. They cling to how things should be. But the mentally strong accept how things are and move forward with wisdom. Adaptability also builds resilience. When you're open to new paths, you recover faster from failure. Instead of asking, why did this happen to me? You begin asking, what can I learn from this? That single shift transforms pain into power. In relationships, adaptability allows peace. You learn to listen instead of always needing to be right. You compromise without losing your values. You find balance instead of conflict. At work, adaptable minds thrive because they evolve with change. They learn new skills, embrace new ideas, and stay ahead of fear. When failure comes, and it will, they don't see it as the end. They see it as a teacher. Emotionally, adaptability means allowing yourself to feel disappointment without letting it define you. You can feel sadness, but you don't stay stuck there. You move through it. You let change shape you, not shatter you. Adaptability doesn't mean you lack standards. It means you trust yourself to adjust wisely while staying true to your values. The next time something unexpected happens, a lost job, a sudden breakup, a change in plans, breathe and remind yourself, this is not the end. It's an opportunity to adapt. Because life rewards those who evolve. Growth happens in movement, not resistance. Adaptability is what turns chaos into progress, pain into wisdom, and endings into new beginnings. Point 7. Build a growth mindset and reframe challenges. The strongest people don't have perfect lives. They have powerful perspectives. They know every challenge hides a lesson, every mistake holds a message. A growth mindset means believing that you can improve through effort, practice, and patience. It's the belief that failure isn't final, it's feedback. Mentally strong people don't run from challenges. They study them. They use them as training for the next level. When you fail, you can say, I'm not good enough. Or you can say, I'm learning something new. The second choice builds resilience. Self-talk becomes your foundation. The words you speak to yourself are either seeds or poison. I can't do this closes doors. I can learn this opens them. Your mind believes what you repeat most. So, speak faith into your own growth. Start celebrating small wins. Every step forward, no matter how small, counts. Progress is quiet, but it's powerful. When you acknowledge your efforts, you strengthen your confidence and motivation to continue. Criticism is another test of strength. Most people take feedback as an attack. Strong minds see it as direction. They don't say, "You hurt my ego." They ask, "How can I do this better next time?" That's how growth begins, through humility and curiosity. Leaving your comfort zone is also essential. Growth doesn't happen in safety, it happens in discomfort, risk, and uncertainty. When you do something new, you stretch your limits and teach your mind that fear can't control you. Each challenge becomes a gym for your soul, a chance to train resilience, patience, and faith. Think about how muscles grow. They need resistance to get stronger. Your mind works the same way. Obstacles aren't meant to stop you. They're meant to shape you. When you face difficulties, pause and reframe them. Instead of saying, "This is too hard," say, "This is teaching me something valuable." Over time, this mindset turns anxiety into clarity and fear into confidence. Mentally strong people keep learning. They read, observe, and reflect. They find inspiration in others' stories, realizing that everyone who succeeded once struggled too. No one starts great. Everyone grows through effort. That's the power of a growth mindset. It makes you unstoppable because you no longer fear failure. Every fall becomes a step up. Every mistake becomes wisdom. Every challenge becomes a chance to rise. Final words. Life will always test you, sometimes with pressure, sometimes with silence. But true strength isn't about never falling. It's about rising every single time. You may feel lost, hurt, or uncertain now, but every time you choose calmness, patience, and self-belief, you're winning battles others can't see. The stronger your mind becomes, the brighter your path grows. Remember, your mind is your greatest power. Train it, protect it, and trust it. Because when your mind is unshakable, no challenge can defeat you. This is Read and Learn English, reminding you that real power begins inside you. Stay strong, stay calm, keep growing. And if this message inspired you, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Your support helps more people discover their strength and learn to think clearly in a chaotic world. So, like, subscribe, and comment below. What part of this message spoke to you most? Let's keep building a world where more people choose peace over chaos. purpose over comfort, and faith over fear. Because when your mind becomes strong, your entire life changes. And that change begins right now. Strength isn't built overnight. It's shaped in the quiet moments when no one's watching, when you choose calm instead of chaos, peace instead of panic. Every strong person you admire has faced storms. The difference is, they didn't let those storms destroy them. They learned how to sail through them. And that's the choice you have. Right now, to stop reacting and start rising. Let's go deeper into this truth. Mental strength isn't about pretending to be okay. It's about understanding that pain is part of growth, and peace is a skill you can practice. Every morning, life gives you two options: to let the day control you or to control your mind and create the day you want. When you start your morning with intention, you train your mind for the rest of the day. It could be as simple as breathing deeply for 1 minute, setting one clear goal, or repeating a truth like, I can handle whatever comes. Those small moments of discipline rewire your brain. They make calmness your default and strength your habit. Over time, this becomes who you are: steady, unbothered, focused. Let's talk about something most people forget: your environment. You cannot stay mentally strong in a toxic environment. If you're always surrounded by negativity, your energy will drain. That's why mentally strong people choose their surroundings carefully. They don't let gossip, complaints, or drama fill their space. They spend time with people who uplift, not those who constantly pull them down. Because the energy around you shapes the energy within you. Your surroundings either feed your peace or destroy it. So ask yourself, who do I listen to every day? What do I consume online? Do these things bring me closer to calm or chaos? Be honest with your answer and protect your peace fiercely. That's how transformation begins. Let's move to something equally important: forgiveness. Not for others, but for yourself. You can't be mentally strong if you keep punishing yourself for the past. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone falls. But mentally strong people rise not because they forget, but because they forgive. They let go of guilt and replace it with growth. They stop saying, I should have done better, and start saying, I'll do better now. Forgiveness gives you freedom, the freedom to move forward without carrying yesterday's weight. You deserve that peace. So today, forgive yourself for not knowing, for failing, for trying too hard, or not enough. You're learning, you're growing, you're becoming. That's what strength looks like. Another truth: mental strength isn't about isolation, it's about connection. Strong people don't avoid help. They seek it wisely. They know that sometimes sharing pain makes it lighter. They talk to people who listen, not those who judge. They express emotions, not suppress them. Because vulnerability isn't weakness, it's courage in action. When you share your truth, you heal faster. When you admit your fear, you take its power away. And when you open your heart, you give others permission to do the same. That's how mentally strong communities are built, through honesty and empathy, not masks and pride. Now, let's come back to where we began: your mind as your greatest weapon. Your thoughts shape your reality. Every negative thought you repeat becomes a belief. Every empowering one becomes a foundation. You can train your mind to be your strongest ally. Start by watching yourself talk. Replace I can't handle this with I've faced worse and survived. Change. This is impossible to this will take time, but I can do it. That's how mental rewiring happens, one thought at a time. Over days, weeks, and months, your brain begins to follow your belief. You start attracting calm instead of chaos, progress instead of procrastination, strength instead of fear. This isn't magic, it's mindset. And mindset shapes destiny. Every strong person you see today once doubted themselves. But they kept moving. They kept believing. They kept rebuilding their peace. And now it's your turn. Because mental strength isn't about being fearless. It's about walking with fear and still choosing to move forward. It's not about being unshaken. It's about shaking, crying, doubting, but still standing. That's what makes you powerful. So when life hits hard, don't say, "Why me?" Say, "Try me." When others give up, stay patient. When the world screams chaos, whisper peace. Because the strongest people are not the loudest, they are the calmest. Their strength doesn't need to be seen, it's felt. So if you're listening to this, take this as a sign. You are stronger than you think, wiser than you believe, and more capable than you imagine. Your pain is not your ending, it's your beginning. Your challenges aren't punishment, they're preparation. Your failures aren't final, they're foundation. Every struggle you faced has built the person you are now. Tougher, clearer, more grounded. That's not weakness, that's evolution. And this evolution will continue as long as you keep choosing growth over comfort. So, wherever you are, breathe, straighten your back, lift your chin, and remind yourself, I am not broken, I am becoming. Because strength doesn't shout, it stands tall in silence. It forgives, adapts, learns, and moves forward. That's mental power, the kind that no one can take away. And when you live with that strength, peace follows you everywhere. You stop chasing happiness because you've built it within. And that, my friend, is true freedom. This is Read and Learn English, reminding you once more, real power begins in the mind. If this message touched your heart, don't let it end here. Share it with someone who needs hope today. Comment below what lesson spoke to you the most. And remember to subscribe, not just to the channel, but to your own growth every single day. Because when you train your mind, you transform your life. Stay peaceful, stay strong, and never forget, the calmest voice in the storm is the one that changes everything.